Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And as you can see, we are finally going to go over my Switch collection. Now as you can see, I have a ton of games, uh, and I want to go over them. Of course, it's not going to be every single game that I have on the Switch. I have digital games, and I'm going to be getting more games in the future. But I thought I would share my current physical game collection. So here we go. So for the first game is Pokemon Legends Arceus. Now this game is kind of like, like Breath of the Wild, but like Pokemon. I really enjoyed this game a lot. It came out at the beginning of 2022, and I got it when it first came out, and I really enjoy it. One of my favorite Pokemon games. I loved how it changed the formula of the series, and I loved how even in the recent Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, they carried over some of the stuff to from this game. And yeah, this game is really fun, and I'm really happy I got to play it. I put a lot of hours into it, and this is the first Pokemon game I completed the Pokédex, so I'm really happy about that. Really fun game, and I recommend it. Speaking of Pokemon Scarlet, this game is really fun too. I know it's very buggy, very glitchy, and all that stuff. I've only encountered one major glitch so far in the game, and that's the first video on this channel. So if you want to see it, then you could check it out there. But besides that, I haven't encountered any glitches at all, and I've really enjoyed this game. I'm only like a little bit, uh, I'm only a little bit into it so far. Like I've done a lot of stuff, but not so much. Like I'm just taking my time with this game because I really enjoy it. I really enjoyed the open world. I really enjoyed the game. Yeah, the only problem, I guess, that's the only major problem I have is that there's no level scaling. So I had to use like a guide. I'm still using a guide to like find out where I need to go. But besides that, this is a really fun game, and I recommend it despite the glitches and stuff. Let's go over this one. Sorry about all the Pokemon games that are near each other, but Pokemon Brilliant Diamond. Now, I got this game for I don't remember if it was my birthday or Christmas, but I enjoyed this game. It's not my favorite Pokemon game on the Switch. I should clarify that I've only played Pokemon on the Switch. I haven't played in the 3DS or DS. So I've only played the Pokemon games on the Switch or whatever. But from out of all the Switch games, I think this is probably one of my least favorite ones. But I still enjoy it a lot. I know people don't like it because of the visuals and the chibi art style, but I enjoy it a lot. Just probably the weakest of the Pokemon games, aside from one coming up right now. But I really enjoyed this game though, even though it's probably one of the weakest. So this is the other one that I said was probably the other weakest, Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Now, I think I maybe enjoy this more than Brilliant Diamond. This isn't the first Pokemon game I got. This is the second one, and for the second game that I got, I really enjoy it a lot. Like, I enjoy just using the Wilson controls to catch Pokemon. I know that's a big change from the series, and but I really enjoy it, and I enjoy playing it like that, and sometimes in handheld mode, just to use the normal control stick. Like I really enjoy this game. Again, probably one of the weaker games, but I think I would rank this one higher than Brilliant Diamond, in my opinion. But yeah, this is still a fun game. Great for newcomers. This is my second Pokemon game, so. Now, the first Pokemon game that I got was Pokemon Sword plus Expansion Pass DLC. Now, as you could see, I got this one around November or December of 2020. So when the DLC came out, and then they put it in the physical cartridge, and I really enjoyed this game. Again, another polarizing game, mostly for the the Pokédex missing or something like that. I don't know the specifics, but I enjoyed this game a lot. This is my first Pokemon game, so first impressions of the series that I really enjoy it, and because of this game, I became a Pokemon fan. So, uh, you know, it's a good game. I know people don't like it, but what can you say? I enjoy Pokemon games now because of this game. So now let's talk about a more recent game. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. I got this game this past Christmas, and I haven't beaten it yet, but I really enjoy it so far. I got the first game a while ago, like 2 years ago or a year ago, I don't remember, but I really enjoyed that game. I 100%ed it and the Donkey Kong DLC, and I really am enjoying this one a lot. Yeah, I also got the DLC for this game not too long ago. I mean, I know it's gonna be just as good as the first game's DLC, and I'm really happy to continue playing it. I need more time to play it, but overall, really fun game so far. Speaking of the first game, yeah, I got this game along with the DLC, kind of what I mentioned before. I 100%ed it. I really enjoy it. Uh, so far, if between this and the sequel, I think I prefer the combat in Mario Rabbids Sparks of Hope. But this game is still great for. Like, I enjoyed the combat in this game too. It introduced me to the turn-based combat of the game, like of different games. It introduced me to that kind of genre, and I'm really happy about that. Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I think technically the sequel is better from what I played, but both are still really good games. Uh, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Now, as you could see right here, this is not an American version. This is the European version, and then I got it for Christmas, and then I somehow got the European version. So hopefully this game doesn't get DLC in the future, because then I'll have to like do lots of hoops to get that. But it doesn't have DLC, at least right now. So I'm good playing it on my Switch. So this game I haven't beaten it yet. I think I'm about halfway through the game right now. I also got it for Christmas. I don't know if I said that before, but I really enjoyed this game. I really enjoyed the Kirby series. I got introduced to it on the Switch, uh, and like because of a game coming up right now. But I really enjoyed the Kirby series. I'm really happy it's now in 3D. Kirby fans have been waiting for the game series to become 3D for a long time. I know the Nintendo 64 one kind of counts, but not really. But I really enjoyed this game, and I hope to continue playing more of it. I am definitely gonna 100% it. Oh my god, so many more to go. So, Kirby Star Allies. This is the first Kirby game I got for the Switch. First Kirby game I've ever played ever. And I enjoy it. Not my favorite Kirby game that I played. In fact, it's probably the weakest one. But for a introduction to Kirby, I really enjoy it a lot. Uh, I mean, there's not much to say. I think there's other Kirby games are better. Uh, but for introduction to Kirby, I enjoy it. Mario Party Superstars. Now, this game I haven't played a ton of. I did get it, and I enjoy it for what it is. I enjoy how many mini games there are, the board games. I wish there was more, like boards. I don't know. I don't know if they're called board games or just boards, but I wish there was more of that. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I enjoyed this game a lot. I wish I played it more. I didn't play it too much, but for what I played of it, I really enjoy it. Yeah. Now, Super Mario Party. This is technically not the first Mario Party game I've played. I played Mario Party DS, and then I also played Mario Party 10 or Mario Party 9 at a neighbor's house. But this game was the first one I've ever really played and got into, and from what I could seen of it, I really enjoy it. Now this is gonna sound weird, but I played this more than Mario Party Superstars. I played this more with my brother, and we both enjoy it. I enjoyed that they added online randomly, out of the blue. But yeah, I really enjoyed this game. I think it's underrated. I know people don't really like this one, and they like Superstars more, and I understand that. But this is the one that I played the most, and I really like it too. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Now I have the 3DS version, but I never played that one. Uh, I played like a little bit of it, but this is the one I played the most. And I also got the DLC for this game. A really fun game. I kind of wish I played it on the Wii U too, because it's kind of the superior version in terms of controls. But in terms of content, this has the get this one. I mean, it's a really fun game. Really uh, simple but puzzly game. I really like it. There's not much to say other than I enjoy it, and I like the DLC too. Surprised it got it for a port. Now, Fire Emblem Three Houses. So, funny story, I got this game for $20 at Walmart. So, a really good deal, like really good. I haven't seen it at Walmart for that cheap at all since, and I'm really happy I got this for really cheap, like really cheap. Like, oh my god, I somewhat recently, I got the DLC for the game. I haven't played it yet. I'm not even that far into this game. I'm only into her house, like halfway through, like where it splits off between her and like the church. I've done the church half, and I'm about halfway through the game right now. But I really enjoy it so far. Really, my first ever Fire Emblem game, and it's definitely got me interested in the series. Uh, I'm excited for the three Fire Emblem Engage, sorry, that's coming out later this month because of this game. So I'm really happy I got this game. I hope to play it more, at least complete her house or at least the church, and then like all three of them. But I really enjoy this game. I wish I played more of it. Okay, sorry about that. I had to take a break because that's a lot of games and I'm not even halfway through, so let's see how long this video is gonna go. Next game is Paper Mario The Origami King. Now, I know the Paper Mario series is also very like there's lots of drama. People don't like the current games, and I've never played any of the current games like Sticker Star or Color Splash, but I did play this one, and I even beat it, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. Uh, I this is still I understand why people don't like this series. Well, like what it became, but I like how this game it introduced this character. I don't remember her name. I know this guy's name like Ollie or something. But like they introduced new characters, and people have been asking for new characters in Paper Mario because they just made up like Goombas and Toads and all that stuff. But I'm really happy that they introduced new characters and also kind of partners again. So, and ever since this game, I did play Paper Mario 64. I haven't beaten it yet, but I am about say I'm a decent way through it, and I really enjoyed that game. So yeah, I really enjoyed this game too. I wish more people liked it. I understand why people don't, but I enjoyed this game. Now, Crash Bandicoot 4, it's about time. Now, the game coming up is the trilogy, but for this game, uh, because I played the trilogy and I really enjoy it, I got this game. Well, actually, I got both games at the same time, but I saw more of the trilogy, and then when it was announced coming to Switch, I'm like, oh, I gotta get that, and then when I eventually got both, I'm like, might as well get both for the complete game series. This game, I really enjoy it. I don't think I've beaten it yet. I'm a decent way through it though, and I really enjoyed the game. Uh, there's not much to say other than I really enjoyed it. I hope I play more of it. Now for the trilogy, I have a little bit more to say. I enjoyed the games a lot. I'm really happy I got them. Like I'm really happy I got to experience the Crash trilogy. Fun games, fun platformers. Really, uh, like just good games in general. Um, but I mean, yeah. I got this one of the Crash 4 at the same time, and I really enjoy them. And I did beat this game. Oh, I beat all the games in this one. I never 100%ed it, just because it's just too much work. But I did beat them all, and yeah, I liked it. Monster Hunter Rise. This game I really do enjoy. This is my introduction to the Monster Hunter series. As you could see with a lot of these Switch games, they're my introduction to different series over the years, and I really enjoyed this game. I also got the DLC recently. I haven't played it yet. I'm only about like a little bit, like 10 or 15 hours in this game. Uh, and I really enjoy it like a lot. I enjoy the graphics. The graphics look really good. Now I know this game is coming to PS5 and Xbox, and I think in a few days actually. But the Switch version, to me, is like the perfect one. It looks great, like really good, and like it's on the handheld. I mean, what else can you say? I can't wait to play more of it eventually. Mario Golf Super Rush. I got this game, I think, when it came out, or at least very close to when it came out, and I enjoy it a lot. Funny enough, until like recently, I thought I beat the story mode for this game. I don't think I have actually, but I have seen, uh, like some clips of the ending and stuff, and I have played a good way to the story mode, and I enjoy the story mode. For the main game itself, I like it, but I'm more into it for the like just the story mode for it. Not much to say other than I like it. Has more content than some of the other Mario sports games, like the Super Sluggers, or the recent one, but but I enjoy it. Okay, for the next game, we have Mario Odyssey. Now, this is one of two games that I got for my Switch in 2017 for Christmas, and I love this game a lot. Probably one of, if not the best Mario games, in my opinion. Probably the best 3D game, even though I do have nostalgia for Mario Galaxy 1 and Mario Galaxy 2 I did play recently, or somewhat recently, and I enjoyed that a lot, but this is probably still the best Mario game, and I really like it a lot. Like, I love the different places you go. I love the costumes. I love the capture mechanic. I love like everything about it. It's kind of like a masterpiece. Now, I love more games. I love games more than this one. Like for example, Breath of the Wild, which we'll talk about soon. I think that's a masterpiece and better than this game. But in terms of Mario games, I think this is probably a masterpiece and a really great game. I I wonder why they haven't made a sequel to it. Like, come on, or DLC. I hope that's coming later on. But overall, this game is great. I really enjoy it. Mario Maker 2. By one of my most played games on the Switch. I love this game a lot. Now I have played the 3DS version and the Wii U version, but this game almost improves upon every single thing from the previous games. Like, I love how they incorporated the 3DS games, like the challenge medals. Like, I loved how they put it as clear conditions for this one. I love how they expanded upon like the items, the 3D mode, 3D world mode or whatever. I love that there's a story mode too. Like, there's like so many tools to make great levels, and like I really enjoy this game a lot. Like, one of my favorite games of all time. Like, it's really that good. Like, I love this game so much. Like, I mean, what else can you say? I mean, I love this one more than the other two games. Uh, I mean, yeah, that's about it. I got it when it first came out too. I got it midnight actually. This is the only game that I got. Okay, not midnight technically, like at 10 p.m. my time. So technically like 2 hours before it officially came out, technically. And this is the only game I've ever done that in, and it was so worth it. I love this game. Metroid Dread. Now, again, this is my first Metroid game. I have gone back to play on the Wii U Metroid Zero Mission, which is like a remake of the first game, and then I bought Metroid Fusion. I haven't played that game yet, but I did beat the Metroid first, or Zero Mission, and I did beat Metroid Dread, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. I mean, it's a great great looking game. First of all, great looking game, great playing game, great like everything. Uh, like really fun game. I also forgot to say that I got the Metroid Prime trilogy because of this game, and I really enjoy it like a lot. Uh, yeah, I also like. I mean, like it's good mechanically, but I love the graphics. Like it's probably one of the best looking Switch games in my opinion. So that's about my Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury. Now, I talked about this in my Wii U physical game collection. I really enjoyed this game a lot. Very underrated game. But with Bowser's Fury, this makes this game so much better. I love Bowser's Fury so much. The main game itself is really good too. Like, really good. Especially because I played the 3D Land, the prequel of this game, kind of, sort of. But Bowser's Fury is like really fun. I love how open it is. I hope they keep that for other 3D Mario games. Like I love Bowser's Fury so much, and because of this and the main game itself being really good too, this is very, uh, this is like a must play. I highly recommend it. Great game. Pikmin 3 Deluxe. Now, I don't have, I haven't played the first game or the second game yet on the Wii U, but I plan to get it soon, somewhat soon before it closes. I did beat this game, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. I love the Pikmin, they're really cute. I love them so much, and I'm excited for Pikmin 4 coming out this year. Well, hopefully it doesn't get delayed. But I really enjoyed this game a lot. There's not much to say other than I hope I get the rest of the series, and really fun. Okay, the next game is The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Now, as I was saying before with my Mario Odyssey, going over that game, I love this game so much. Like it introduced me to Zelda as a whole. This is one of the first games that I got for the Switch. Like probably the fifth or fourth game that I got on the Switch overall, and I love this game so much. Like I love how open world it is. I love it so much. I love like you could go anywhere. I love how it looks. It looks good. Like it doesn't look like amazing as some other games like Metroid. Well, actually, yeah, Metroid Dread or Monster Hunter Rise, but I love this game. I love how it looks. It looks beautiful. I love this game so much. It's probably a masterpiece in my opinion. It has problems for sure, but nothing that like takes it down to like anything lower than a 10 out of 10. Like I love this game so much. I'm excited for the sequel. I'm really hyped for the sequel. I have slight concerns for it, but overall I'm really excited for it just because of this game. It's so good. Like I love this game so much. Now, for another Zelda game, Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, this game, my grandma got it for me, and I really enjoyed this game. I played it mostly on my Switch Lite. I used to have a Switch Lite, not anymore. I gave it to my mom. But, like, I did play this one mostly on my Switch Lite, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. It's very cute, very different than the Breath of the Wild for sure. It's obviously a remake of the Game Boy game, but I really enjoyed this game a lot. Like, Link looks cute. A great game. It's not super long. I have to beat it once, and I'm about halfway through like the harder mode. Uh, yeah, the harder mode. I haven't beaten that mode yet, but I really enjoyed this game a lot. Now, new Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. Now, as I talked about in my Wii U video, I slightly regret getting this game because I do have it on the Wii U, but like I have New Super Mario Bros. U and a New Super Luigi U as two separate games physically on the Wii U, and this one has them both together. So it's kind of more convenient for me, and also I played on the Switch more. But so I slightly regret it, but overall I still enjoyed the New Super Mario Bros. Series. Great game series in my opinion. Underrated like a lot. Uh, And even though I slightly regret it, I still enjoyed that I did get this one and played it. I got to play a bit of it with my brother, and then a lot of it by myself. And then I'm glad I finally beat and got gold medals on the challenges for this game. Like, I'm really happy about that. So yeah, I'm really happy. I got this game, even though I slightly regret it. It's kind of like a weird feeling I have. I don't know. Half I'm happy, half I'm uh, I don't know, embarrassed that I got it. I guess. But I'm still glad I got it. Like, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games 2022 or 2020. Yeah. Now, this game, my brother actually got it. This was his game. He got for Christmas along with two other games that I kind of don't remember right now. But I have it right here, and I did play it a bit myself, and I really enjoy it. This isn't the first Mario and Sonic game that I got. Why? It is the first one that I played a lot, but not the first one I got. I did play the like a DS or 3DS version. I don't remember. It's in my other video. But I did play that one a bit, but this is the one I played more, and I really enjoyed this one. I love the motion controls. I love, I love some of the references, and I like how there's a story too. I don't think I beat the story yet. I don't remember for sure, but I really enjoyed this game. There's not much to say other than I enjoy it. It's also a good party game. So. Okay, about halfway through. Sorry I'm taking lots of breaks. It's just I have so much to say about all these games. So now the next game is Hyrule Warriors Age of Calamity. Now, this game, I really enjoyed this game a lot. I did beat it. I got the DLC. I haven't done all the DLC stuff. I just like a story thing I haven't done for the DLC. But I did do a lot of it. And this game, I got this game for my birthday when it came out in 2020, and I was so hyped for it. And like lots of Zelda fans were hyped for it too, but then like it came out and then people didn't like it because of the story about how it had like an alternate timeline thing or whatever. Oh, I'm sorry, spoilers, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if you care about spoilers for this game, but uh, yeah, people didn't like, especially Zelda fans didn't like it for the way they did it because it's like a split path between Breath of the Wild and this game. But I really still enjoy this game. I enjoy the combat of the game. I enjoyed the story. Now, if you tell me I think this game will tie into Tears of the Kingdom, probably not in a major way, but I think it will tie into it and people will be very surprised. They'll be like, what? This, like, side story thing for a spin-off is involved with this major game? Yes, I think it is. I think it will be involved, even slightly. But I enjoyed this game a lot, and it's very underrated. I wish people loved it. Like, I wish they didn't hate it just because it changed the story. Like, I really enjoyed this game. And yeah, I wish I also played the DLC, like the story DLC more. Now, speaking of Hyrule Warriors, this is Definitive Edition. Now, this game has so much content, like, oh my god, this probably has one of, if not the most packed content in any of my collections. Like, this game has so much content. Like, it has the story mode, which I enjoyed the story mode, but it also has, like, other side maps, things, lots of characters, lots of costumes to get. Like, it has so much stuff to do, and I barely scratched the surface of the content in this game. Again, I just mainly did the story mode and like a little bit of the other content, but I wish I played more of it. Like, this game is so fun. I just wish I had more time. This game is like, it's like so packed with content. I mean, if you had to pick one game and like oh, I want to spend hours in it, like, I get this one. It has so much content. Like, you could spend over 1,000 hours easily, and like probably still have so much more left to do. Yeah. Oof. Lots of the gates fell. Okay, for the next game, Yoshi's Crafted World. Now, this is the first Yoshi game that I played. Now I've played Yoshi's Island because of the Switch online service. I played a little bit of Yoshi's Story, and I've played a little bit of Yoshi's Island DS, I think, because it was on the Wii U Virtual Console, and also the Yoshi's Woolly World or whatever. I played that one, but this was the first Yoshi game that I played. And for first Yoshi games, I enjoy it. There's not much to really say about it. I like how it looks. It looks cute. I like how everything is made out of like cardboard and stuff. Not much to really say about it. I enjoy it. I think I 100%ed it, though I'm not sure. But I really enjoyed the game. I mean, you're just hearing that a lot. I enjoy these games. Like almost every single game in my collection I enjoy, except for like two or three, which we'll get to. But yeah, this game is fun. I enjoy it. Now, Mario, Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, I talked about this game a bit on my Wii U games collection. Okay, sorry I got interrupted there. Man, this video is becoming a disaster very quickly. But I can't stop now, so... Anyway, as I was saying, or I was going to say, I talked about this in my Wii U physical game collection, but this game is really fun. Like, I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot. It's like, this is like the one game I come back to constantly. This game is really fun. Yeah, it has great multiplayer. I'm glad they revamped the battle mode because on the Wii U it was really bad, really bad. Like god awful. But I'm glad they changed the battle mode here, and I'm glad it's still getting DLC to this day. I really enjoy the tracks. I know people they don't like the DLC tracks because they say it looks ugly and it doesn't look like the game, like the graphics of the game, the main game itself. But I enjoy it. Like some of the tracks, I can see why. Like Toad Circuit or whatever on the 3DS, that track looks awful. But like mostly of the other tracks look good. Like if you sold this to me when I was younger and like said it was like part of the base game, I would say yeah, it looks the same for most of them. Again, Toad Circuit is like, but this game really fun. Yeah, this is one of the games that I play constantly still. So now, Animal Crossing New Horizons. I have so many hours in this game, like you wouldn't even know. I got this game when it first came out, obviously during the time of the pandemic. And this game really helped me, and like it helped many other people during that time, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. Now I know also some people don't like it because it has less content than some of the other games. I wouldn't know that for sure because I played a little bit of the DS Animal Crossing because I got it on the Wii U. But this is the first one that I played, and I really enjoyed this game a lot. Yeah, it's really fun. It has problems for sure, like the online takes forever. But like once you get to it, it's really fun. Like, not much to say. I think I have like 1,000